The former Public Enterprises and Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan has passed away at the age of 75 years after battling cancer. Gordhan passed away peacefully in hospital in the early hours of this morning. He was surrounded by his family, close friends and lifelong comrades. And we are joined now by the Reverend Frank Chikane as we continue to take tributes for Mr. Pravin Gordhan. Reverend Chikane, thanks so much for your time. Welcome to Morning Live. And first off, condolences to yourself and all of Mr. Gordhan's family and friends. Your first sentiments in learning of his passing?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can indeed, Reverend. Your sentiments on the passing of Mr. Gordhan?
Well, I mean, it's a great loss, as everybody would say. But let me just say, I've known Comrade Gordhan for a long time. Actually, my first encounter with him was in the struggle and for liberation, and we ended up in government. And he has passed on, having completed his task. But my experience of him has been in the trenches. The first time I went to Durban, semi-underground, he received me. I stayed in his father's place. And then we took on the tasks that we had to take on after that. And since then, we've worked together with the United Democratic Front, the struggles until South Africa was free. And yeah.
Reverend Frank Chikane, I'm not sure whether we lost that connection there, but we still just reflecting on the life of Pravin Gordhan, former minister, struggle stalwart activist. If you can hear me, just in continuing to reflect on his life and times, as you can continue wrapping up that point you were making, but also perhaps just reflect for us on the traits, the characteristics that made Pravin Gordhan the man that he was.
Yeah, no, I can hear that we are many on this line, but let me just go on and say that can I continue? I just want to say that my relationship with Pravin Gordhan was in the struggle, in the trenches. And whenever we met, it was about the liberation struggle during those difficult times. And we took the pressures. He went into jail, he got tortured, he came back, and continued with the liberation struggle until we actually became free. And I must say that, I mean, he's a life well lived. He has completed his tasks, and that he needs really to rest. And we wish him well beyond this life to another life.
Reverend Chikane, what would you say, and I know it's a difficult question, especially at a time like this, but perhaps to put it in a way that says, what would stand out for you as Pravin Gordhan's contribution most significantly to South Africa and her people?
For me, the most, besides the liberation struggle, of course, the most significant moment in his life is when he took a stand against state capture and he took a stand against corruption. And he made sure that the public got to know and understand the depth of the corruption, the involvement of our own comrades who had taken on the ANC and using it for their own purposes other than serving the people of South Africa. That's what the ANC is and was about. And therefore, he took a stand to make sure that that does not continue. And that's why I hold the view when people say the ANC is responsible for the challenges we are facing. I always say It is not the ANC, it is these leaders who captured the ANC, captured the state, and used it for their own purposes. I'm pleased that the veterans of the movement, together with Pravin Gordhan, took a stand and were able to redirect the country in the direction we're going now. We're not there yet, still cleaning up, still working hard to make sure we renew the movement and save the country.
And in the final analysis, Reverend Chikane, what made Pravin Gordhan that great activist and leader that he was?
I think it's his commitment. Remember that he got involved, most of us got involved when we were still students. I mean, you couldn't live with the apartheid system. We had to oppose it. And to do that, you had to take a high moral ground in terms of justice for the people of South Africa and making sure that the poorest of the poor, particularly black people during those days, got their freedom. And Pravin was so committed to this. I worked with him and I interacted with him during that time. I would have been surprised if when the state was captured, he would not have taken the stand that he took.
Oh, Reverend Frank Chikane, thank you so much for your time this morning and also paying tribute to the late Pravin Gordhan. And that was Reverend Frank Chikane.